Alright, time now is 8:04 a.m. in the morning on June 19th. Yes, so it's Father's Day, and last night I actually said Father's Day in my family WhatsApp group to my dad. Whether or not I actually am kind of finished with my second draft because last night I made the moderations. But regardless or not, if I make a third draft or not, I'm gonna send it to Cristian and I'm gonna have him, ready his crew so that we can arrange a time and date and stuff like that. And so at the very end of the sermon, so for some reason today, not a lot of people showed up for the sermon. Not a lot of people that I know of showed up in the sermon. But somebody behind me tapped me on the shoulder, or didn't even tap me. He was like, "Hey, are you Enoch?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "Hey, are you Eno?" And I said, "No, it's Enoch." And he said, "Oh, you must be Jona's friend. So I and Jona are going to film this music video thing for the church on June 28th. Are you interested in joining? I heard you're studying film too." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure. So there's that. And then so the pastor's son showed up, and apparently this is his first time in a long time since he went back to the church because he studies in Minnesota. And he apparently, because I wanted actors for my short film, and I asked Jona if he knows anyone who can potentially play my protagonist, Jona recommended the pastor's son to me. Except he has no acting experience at all. The only reason why Jona found him is because he sort of matches my description of, you know, guy who can speak Cantonese and English who is about my age, even though he's probably 3-4 years older than me, maybe even 5. But yeah, we had lunch together and it's fine. I socialized a bit. It's healing, so that's good. And I'm also very sleepy, so you know what? Screw it. I'm in my pajamas right now. I'm just gonna go to bed for like an hour, or maybe even less. Time now is 6:22. I woke up. I didn't even fall asleep. I just laid on my bed for a whole ass hour. Fuck, I feel so bad. I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like I want to throw up. The pastor's son, who's maybe 4 or 5 years older than me, he's actually very extroverted. I told Jona I wanted someone who's kind of introverted and kind of like lonesome, and he's kind of like not that. And he also told me he has no acting experience at all. And he's kind of extroverted. He talks a lot, and he's very like upbeat. And the way he speaks, he talks about random shit. Like he would notice something, and he's like, "Oh, that thing," without reading a lot of social cues. Like I did before I had dinner. I did DM Hana on Instagram, asking her like because she posted. So okay, so Hana doesn't have any shifts last week, like this week or next week for some reason. And I'm like, okay, maybe she quit. Either she couldn't do it, or she quit, or she just went on to some holiday or something because it's summer holiday. So I have her Instagram, and I saw one of her Instagram stories. She's having like this meal in Culver City. So she's not on a holiday. She's not in somewhere else different. So I DM'd her like, "Hey, you didn't come to work last Friday? Like, did the boss change your shifts or something?" Laughing emoji. And she replied very swiftly, very fast. Oh, she said, "Hey, no, I just couldn't work in these 2 weeks. but I will return in the first week of July. I'll see you next week, with exclamation marks. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, see you next week. And then I'm like, I mean next week, haha. So there's that. And then shortly after, while cooking my dinner, the Chinese boss lady, she changed my schedule. She changed my schedule next week to it was originally 3 days, right? Monday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday night. And then it has changed to Monday morning and Thursday morning only. Now, this does not affect me meeting Hana or not, because she won't even show up next week. But if this Monday and Thursday thing is permanent and I have to go every Monday morning and Thursday morning now, this means I may never be able to see Hana ever again in my freaking life, because Hana's shift is Friday night. So, in other words, I'm so fucking clever. Because the last time I saw Hana, I asked for her Instagram. And that is literally possibly the last time. And I did it. So, anyways, let's get back to our main topics. Levels 2, 4, 5. I think I'm doing quite well on level 4. In fact, I feel like I'm getting fat again. I look at my own belly, and I feel like I'm gaining weight again. I really am. And level 5 is doing fine. You know, I'm making my short film, writing my second draft, and Cristian wants to be my producer. It's a-okay. I'm doing it. And I'm finding actors, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Level 2 is the real deal. So I don't know if I have traumatized Pepper or not with the deep talk I had with her a couple days ago. I hope I hadn't. But I hope I lasted a strong impression on her regardless. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. No freaking way. No freaking way. Okay. 0. Okay. Oh! No! No way. Okay, let's do it again. No fucking way, dude. Holy crap. This is amazing. This is amazing. Alright, time now is 10:08 a.m. in the morning on June 20th. I realize, okay, so again, last night before I went to bed, I actually weighed myself, and I'm at 127.3 pounds, which is amazing. I'm reaching my goal. My efforts are actually causing a result. A huge issue at hand is that I just realized that I have only about 14 to 15 days to finish making my movie, a short film. That's 2 weeks. Fuck. Because it's already late June. It's already June 20th. And I need to do it before the camp, because the pastor's son will be joining the camp as well. So I don't have a lot of time left. This is going to be a really, really close one. I don't know. And then there's Hana, the Japanese girl, the first generation Japanese girl. I think she's a little more Japanese than I think she is, because in her Instagram posts, sometimes she would also like type in Japanese, which is quite cool. But I don't think I have that much time to like speak and hang out with her anyways, you know? Like, I'm gonna be leaving soon, because I called my mom last night, and my mom started to talk about, oh, you know, when you leave, don't leave your sauces and your bottles, you know, outside. You know, make sure you clear the food. And I said, well, there's still time, you know, I still have stuff to deal with. But turns out I have less than a month, and then I'm gonna leave. And that's it for today. I'm gonna not do too much. I'm gonna go to the well at 11 a.m. I don't even know how lunch is gonna work, because it's just gonna last from 11 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And then I'm just gonna have a meal. I'm gonna go back home and have a meal. And then, Alright, time now is 11:06. Let's go to the well. It's so freaking extremely hot and shiny. Alright, time now is 5:18 p.m. on June 20th. I'm back at my own apartment, yay. But yeah, I started doing things, and then at some point the Chinese boss lady showed up. And once again, I'm being scrated and paraded. She saw me cutting the wood, and she's like, "No, why? You need to be attentive. You've been here for such a long time." Blah 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 blah. Clearly she's in a really bad mood. And there's also one Chinese guy, a northern Chinese guy. I can tell because of his accent. And he didn't clean the spoons enough, so the Chinese boss lady also yelled at him. So it was kind of a mess. And then we have the lunch hours, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. ish, and then people started rushing into the store. And Guangzhou isn't here. Guangzhou is at the well next door. It was just me, the Chinese boss lady, and the Chinese guy. So I tried it, I started to really try hard. I started to really go really fast, make this, do that, do this, bim, bam, boom, bam, bing, bam, boom, bam, bing, bam, boom, bam, bing. And at that point, the Chinese boss lady seems to have goodden her mood a little more. And she's like, "Oh, okay, well done, well done." And I'm like, okay. Alright, my whippersnappers, it is 11:18 p.m. Uh, say it with me. Nothing important happened today. Really nothing important happened at all. Aside from the well, I spoke to JT a little bit. I'm very freaking happy that I and JT still speak to each other, even though like not regularly or anything, but she's still nice to me. And I spoke to JT about leaving Hong Kong and what we should do, aside from the PCR test and the proof for the quarantine hotel. I'm glad we are still speaking to each other and not ignoring each other. Like on the hot and cold scale, I'd say she's still lukewarm. Like the chances of me hanging out with her is still like, it's not completely zero. And that's a good thing. And that just goes to show how extroverted she is and why she is so successful at making friends. Because she always keeps tabs on people. She's always like, okay, I'm gonna make friends with this person, and even though I'm not really interested in this person and this person seems like a dumbass, I'll still keep talking because I'm nice. I took out the trash, I grabbed the plastic bag from the rubbish bin, and I threw it at the trash chute, and I replaced it with another bag, cleared it up. Yay, I've done my job. Alright. Okay, so I'm hoping, I'm expecting, I'm anticipating that the next few times, or at least the next time the trash is taken out, it's not done by me. So that it would be, sort of even duty, even responsibility. So I do it once, you do it once, my other roommate does it once, and then sort of like, go around, evenly spread out the responsibility. Hell no, nobody's taking out the trash. It's just piling up like a mountain. And I had a cut on my finger here and a cut on my finger there. And I'm sleepy and tired as hell. It would be nice if somebody takes out the trash instead of me. Quick update, Canandro here. I don't even need to go to Ralph's tomorrow. Shocking. I did some calculations and I realized that I have enough food to last tomorrow. I got I got cup noodle, you know, I could eat that tomorrow. The bread, the butter roll thing, one of my butter roll got moldy, unfortunately. Or at least what seems to be the beginning of a patch of mold, because it's blackened. So I tore off half of it and I ate the other side. And I know that's bad practice, but I'm pretty sure if the patch of black stuff is really mold and it's sort of growing its roots, it should be pretty young, meaning that it shouldn't be able to reach halfway across the bread. So the bread I ate should be fine, because I'm faster than the mold. I'm a fucking genius. I calculated this, man. I calculated all this. Alright, time now is 12:15 afternoon on June 21st. I don't know, man. I'm not receiving a lot of response from Cristian. I really need to get this done ASAP. By the end of this week, I need to know all the cast and crew. I need to begin pre-production. Like, I'm running out of time so hard right now. I'm gonna just start preparing. In fact, I'm gonna start script lining today. And now even one of the people I know from the Prime, one of the Macanese duo, the one who's doing film production major, he also follows Aika. It's all fucking connected. How? I think that's because he's doing this like Asian film festival thing. So that's how he knows Aika, because Aika is somehow affiliated too. But my god, everything's connected. Alright, so for some reason there were cleaners, like 3 cleaners outside of our coming into our apartment. But anyways, today I'm going to be having a 540 calorie big bowl of cup noodle for lunch. This is huge. This is huge. This huge, right? So I cooked myself an egg, and let's go. And this is apparently a yakisoba cup noodle, so I have to drain the water, just like I did last time when I had the other cup noodle. And then I put the sauce after I drain the water. Mix it up. Okay, and let's add the egg here. Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is our meal. This is our lunch. 540 calories. All right. Let's drink some water. All right. Let's try it out. Very salty, but very tasteful. Japanese yakisoba, soy sauce flavor with black pepper and garlic. Yeah, it makes sense. Definitely does. Alright, it's 4:26 p.m. I'm going to catch the 5:40 screening of Top Gun Maverick. And I know I'm like a whole hour early. Alright, it's 5:27. I made a great decision to come here early because the bus was really slow. The app predicted that the bus will arrive at 5:20, but really it had arrived way later. Also, I tried to use my card on the bus and it didn't work. because there's no money in it. Turns out it's because my college semester is over, so my college discount is gone. So now I have to pay cash, or at least pay something every time I take the bus. So that's great. There we go. Boom. It went very, very smoothly. That was quick. Only $6.75 because today is discount day. So that's a bargain. Hell yeah. Let's go. When I hopped onto the bus today, I tabbed my student ID card, as always, and it didn't work. What the fuck? And I thought there's some sort of malfunction, some sort of machine malfunction. I tapped again, it didn't work. And the bus driver said, oh, I couldn't hear what the bus driver was saying. It's mumbly, but I get the gist of it. He basically says, I can't go in. And then I realized, oh, right. My semester is over, and so my card is invalid now. So, that's actually not my college ID card, it's actually my tap card. So it's over, it's invalid now. So now I need to pay, and thank God, I'm so fucking happy. I'm so happy I have cash in my wallet, so I paid a $1 bill. That's it. I also did the same thing when I went back. Or a couple days ago, I already felt really sick. But now I have appetite again, but now I feel headache. I don't know why, and it's at the back of my head right here, at this side, at the left side of my skull, at the back. I don't know what's happening to me. This is bad. I feel like this headache is induced whenever I stand up. While opening the well, the Chinese boss lady told me to wipe the... So, okay, I mean, I know English is not her native language, but her instructions are so goddamn unclear. So she told me to cut the wood into cubes, small cubes. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, so where's the cutting board? And then she's like, no, the table's the cutting board. So I'm like, okay. So I was gonna start doing it, and she's like, no. Are you not listening to me? Be attentive. And she lectured me on. It's like she went to the wall of the well, and she pointed at a sign that's basically a certificate of her name, and like a food healthy certificate or something, like food health certificate. And she's like, do you have this certificate? Do you have this certificate? You don't, so you don't know what you're talking about. You need to let it dry. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, that was such a bitch ass move. Cristian read my script, and guess what he said? He said, I'm gonna go to Discord. Alright, that's what he said. He said, dude, I just read your script and it's actually pretty damn good. I don't say that lightly, bro. There's way too many scripts I read that are not great, honestly. That was dope, though. Good job. I don't know if he's being serious or not, because, like I said, I don't take compliments seriously. When people compliment me, I usually think, okay, the first thing I think of is, okay, you've got to be fucking kidding me, right? People criticize me all the time. All right, time now is 12:22 afternoon on June 22nd. Today's going to be also a very chill day. Nothing important is going to happen. I'm going to go to Ralph's. I'm going to try to follow up with my short film stuff, speak to Jona, speak to Cristian, and yeah, that's all. That is all. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to film a couple album reviews, watch Doctor Strange on my laptop tonight, and that's it. Looking forward. Oh, also I saw Leo. Finally, for the first time, I saw Leo or Aaliyah on Instagram, like her face, because Miriam took a selfie with her and she showed up. So this is the first time I've seen her in her female form, or not female, well, woman form. She's still male, but she's now a woman. So she just I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. She just looks like her own self, but with a hair extension. That's that's really what I can say. And with a dose of estrogen, I guess. So, she's still as skinny as she used to be, or she's still skinny as he's used to be. But she may have developed some secondary sexual characteristics now because of the estrogen. But as far as her face goes, she just looks like him, but with hair extension. Don't know, but it's all right. All right, time now is 4:15. I came back from Ralph's. I bought Ziploc bag, sourdough bread. Hopefully it doesn't get moldy. Chips. That's Kettle barbecue chips. Frozen food. I got chicken pot pie. Okay, for meats, I got this boneless New York steak. Only $7, $7.50. I got fish, Atlantic salmon. I got, I'm supposed to have more meat here. What the fuck? Okay, I got bacon. Here we go. I got the broccoli salad box. Broccoli bacon salad. Got Colgate toothpaste. Next bag, I got, I got broccoli. I got cucumber. I got oil, cooking oil, because my roommates have used them all up. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Carne asada. I got brown eggs. Hopefully they're not cracked. And I got sweet potato pie. And all in all, $69.14. Whew. All right, time now is 10:27 p.m. on June 22nd. Woohoo! Beans, 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 beans. Yeah, say it with me. Say it with me. 4 words. Nothing important happened today. That's right, folks. Nothing important happened today. But I do have some thoughts to express. Now, I didn't have lunch today. I skipped lunch. Yes. At one point, Cindy talked about how someone from her sorority, whatever that means, had died. And she doesn't know how, but she believes it's suicide. And she's going to do this memorial thing for her next week. And she said, casually, she said, oh, I'm actually a little relieved that she committed suicide and not be killed by something else, like a car crash or some sort of illness. And Jared's like behind me, and he said, oh, I disagree. I'm actually sadder that she committed suicide. And so there's this slight discussion on, like Jared says, okay, this is like your view on death and my view on death. Jared doesn't want to see people killing themselves. But Cindy said, well, it's just good to know that it's her choice. It's her choice to take her own life. And she, it's a form of escape. This is like uber liberalism. Like, okay, as far as politics go, I consider myself kind of left-leaning. I'm a bit of a leftist, if you will. But what she's implying here is so leftist, is so extremely left, I don't even disagree. I mean, pro-choice, as in abortion pro-choice, I'm down for it. But as in suicide pro-choice, like, well, suicide is fine as long as your choice. Okay, now I don't encourage that. Because you're literally taking your own life, man. That's too far gone. That's too far. And man, she's so goddamn leftist. Because Jared, one time, like maybe a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago, Jared was like, almost jokingly, slightly jokingly, he's like, oh, I hate Mark Zuckerberg even more than Hitler, because Mark Zuckerberg's, killing thousands of millions of people but in an indirect way. While Hitler did kill millions of people, at least people know. At least it's obvious evil, but Mark Zuckerberg's nuanced evil, you know. And instead of going along with the joke or replying it to a witty way in a witty way, Cindy's response is, "Well, what you just said is kind of offensive to Jews." Now, I think I do not necessarily agree with Jared's point, but this reaction, "Oh, this is offensive, what you just said may be offensive," it's just like so uber progressive. It's so uber leftist. It's like, it's just amazing. Alright, time now is 10:08 a.m. on June 23rd. I don't got much else to say, and I don't want to say too much today anyways. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna go to the well and work for another 4.5 hours, or yeah, 4.5 hours. My shift ends at 4. I'm gonna come back home and I'm gonna do the laundry. That's that. I have no idea what am I gonna do because it's already June 23rd and I have no time. I will be leaving Hong Kong in 3 weeks. Yes, in 3 weeks plus 1 day. And I need to finish the short film thing in 2 weeks because the pastor's son will be going to the camp, and immediately after the camp he will be leaving. So I really don't have much time. And in fact, I may not be able to finish it because 2 weeks is just insane. I've never made a short film in this little time before in my life. So I don't know, man. This is Mission Impossible. I'm actually kind of stressed out because of that. So yeah, fingers crossed I actually work it out. Because if not, I'm gonna film the short film after I return to Hong Kong, after I return to LA. But maybe with different actors, because the pastor's son will be returning to Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, it's still possible if I film it after I return, but it's just that it's going to be stressful because then I would have less time for post-production and less time for other stuff like personal essays. Finished the well, made a really risky move, and guess what I got? Oh my god. Alright, so time now is 4:46. Let's have lunch. So, Guangzhou actually bought me a chocolate croissant, and it's huge, and it looks really good. Wow. And even though I have a fork here, you know what? Screw it. I'll eat it with my hands like a savage, because welcome to America. Look at the size of this thing. God damn. Ah! Alright, time now is 5:17. Next up, we got broccoli bacon salad from Ralph's. Apparently, this is 260 calories. Goddamn, this is totally worth it. Also, I think I've tasted this before. I think this is, in fact, the first salad box I've ever bought from Ralph's. The first time I had it was in my second host. But I'll still eat it, react to it, because, you know, it's been a while. This is my favorite one. Let's talk about the well. So, first of all, I woke up very early today. at 10 a.m. Very early, I know. Um, and went to the well. A little bit later, the newcomer showed up, and by newcomer, I don't mean Hana, the Japanese girl. I mean the newcomer, who is the middle-aged Chinese lady who is a classmate of the boss's. And so she showed up, and then Guangzhou showed up. But Guangzhou only showed up 3 times throughout the day. He only showed up 3 times, and every time he showed up, he did nothing. He just came in and checked on us and see if we're okay, and then he left. So the entire well is now in the hands of me, who has been working in the well for like 2 months now. But you know, I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I wouldn't say I'm super well versed with everything that goes on in the well. And then we have the newcomer, who obviously doesn't know anything. So it's just us two. This is recipe for disaster. Turns out, literally nobody came to see us today. I don't mean nobody, that's an exaggeration. There were maybe about 10, 11, 12, I'd say 16, 17 customers. That's it. So I worked at the well from 11:30 to 4 p.m. And throughout these 4.5 hours, there were only about 17-ish customers. Okay, so I asked Jona, right? A few days ago, actually 2 weeks ago, I already started asking Jona for the actors. And last Sunday, he introduced me to the pastor's son, who may or may not be my main character. And he's probably going to be, because there's literally no other choice. Now, for the old man character and the actress, I asked Jona to ask other people. And so he told me that there's a contact, and it's a she, and his contact, who is a she, asked other people. And while I was having dinner today, which is, by the way, fried salmon, fried cabbage with garlic, and rice. While I was having dinner, I received WhatsApp from him saying that every single one of the people she asked turned her, thus Jona, thus me down. They all declined. All of them declined. Because apparently older people are more camera shy, which is weird because I thought younger people would be more camera shy and old people would be like, just screw it, who cares? That's weird. That is weird. I'm screwed. It's impossible now. It's impossible to make a short film in LA now. I need to go back to Hong Kong. But that would ruin my script because my script is set in LA. It has to be in LA. The whole idea, the whole premise, the whole theme of the story is immigration. If I go back to Hong Kong, use Hong Kong actors, the fuck is immigration related? It has to be Hong Kongers in LA. The immigrant lifestyle. That's the theme. So what the fuck should I do? I kind of panicked a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask other people. So there's D, who is, I haven't spoken to in a long time, so I texted him, and he gave me some names, but those names may or may not be exactly the ones that Jona has already reached out to. If everybody's gonna show up, if we got the people, we got the equipment, we got the locations, the script is set, we're gonna do it, and then the production happens, and that would be less worrying. In fact, after the production, it would be such a relief. If I have the footage with me, okay, it would be just insane. Like, I would be so relieved. Even though there's the post-production then. Time now is 11. Quick small update here. Just had a phone call with my mom. Fuck, the Wi-Fi is so bad. I don't know why. So I have to open the door and go out and then come back in. But every time I come back into my bedroom, it's fucking out. So I was so fucking mad. I kept opening and closing the doors and I kept walking out the back. It's so fucking stupid. Anyways, they're having some solutions. My situation right now is extremely dire, and the first thing my mom said is maybe I can film in September. But here's the thing, man. I know that's possible, but it wouldn't have made a goddamn fucking difference. It wouldn't have made a difference because it's not like I would magically be able to find my cast and crew. I'm going to go back to Hong Kong in the summer, and then I'm going to come back to film. I'm not gonna magically have a crew suddenly. That's not possible. I don't got much time left for the editing process. I mean, I can rush, but I need to hand that in November, and I still got personal statements. Okay. But it's not completely hopeless. Now, there are still a couple of people that I can ask for help. Now, there's the aunt who helped me buy stuff in Target in back in April when I moved here. Well, LM freaking AO, oh my god. So I tried to enter Hong Kong Professional Network, and it's a private organization. And okay, so where are you currently residing? Okay, what's your occupation? Okay, and then this. As the first pro-democracy yellow economic networking platform for overseas Hong Kong, HKPN only accepts Hong Kongers who advocate Hong Kong's freedom. Please briefly mention 2 to 3 slogans related to supporting Hong Kong's freedom and democracy. What? I mean, this is a little mean and it's a little gatekeepy, but I kind of understand it, you know. Like some pro-CCP trolls can enter. But wow, this organization is fucking serious. This is it got so political so fast. But also, this is a overseas Hong Konger, so not only Los Angeles people, I guess. So that's gonna be a bit of an issue. All right, so right here is the dessert I'll be eating right now. So some of the stuff I put in here, that I sneakily put in here, have already sunken to the bottom. Okay, so let's try it out, shall we? So this is the mango icy, right? This is the mango icy, this liquidy stuff. It's supposed to be less liquidy than this. This is weird, all right. And I made this, by the way. I mean, the mangoes, the syrup, the ice. This, I made this. This is my product, okay? All right, it's pretty good. All right, and then have this with a chunk of mango, which, by the way, I cut this. I cut this mango, by the way. Oh. Okay, this mango is cut by me. I didn't make this chewy ball, but let's eat it together. Wow, the chewy ball sucks. Holy crap, it's so solid. Alright, anyways. This is, I don't know if you can see very well, but this sago. Little small white balls right here. Yep. And finally, the white stuff here is, I don't even know what it's called in English. I mean, I know, but I don't remember. Like, noodle. Yeah. But, you know, coconut noodle. I'm looking forward to eating this, by the way. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right, this right here is mango pudding. Some extra pudding from the plastic tray that I scooped out with a plastic spoon. And oh my god, why is it so hard to open? When I put the lid on, it's so easy, but now I oh my god. Okay, there we go. That's the pudding. All right. This is good. I love this. This is good stuff. It's mediocre. It tastes really good if you eat one in a luxurious Hong Kong like restaurant, but this is just like mediocre. But there we go. This is something I made. I mixed this, by the way. I just grabbed whatever I see. Just bits of sago, chewy ball, whatever. Let's do this. All right, time now is 1:32 p.m. on June 24th. We're coming to a close, guys. We're coming to a close. I've been surviving in LA for 6 months already. 6 months, half a year. And we're nearing the end of Arc 6. We're nearing the end of Core 1. I'm gonna go and ask John L for help. So, I had a phone call with Mom yesterday. You know this. But, it was actually very helpful because at first it seems as though I am like hopeless. There's no hope. I can't do this short film. It's impossible. That's the truth. That's it. But actually, there are so many ways to go around this. I can ask Jona, I can ask D, and I can ask the aunt for help. I can also ask John L, because he probably knows a bunch of people. And I joined the HKPN yesterday. Not very helpful, as far as I can tell. But still a very interesting network of people on Facebook. And then, yeah, there are just many pathways. I mean, there are agencies, but they're very expensive. So my mom contacted her colleague, who is the cinematography professor in Hong Kong Baptist University. And I've seen him before, but yeah, he then contacted his friend's daughter who is living in LA. So my mom's colleague's friend's daughter is living in LA, and apparently the daughter may be able to help. But the catch is that the daughter is Chinese, okay? The daughter is Chinese. She doesn't speak any Cantonese. She speaks Mandarin and English. And that's all for today. So I'm going to put my focus on level 5. Levels 2 and 4 can stand by. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that last night, Hana, the Japanese girl, the first generation Japanese girl, DM'd me on Instagram saying that never mind, I'll be working tomorrow at the well. But unfortunately, I won't be today because the boss had changed my shifts. Working really hard for my short film, and I'm gonna hang out with Potter tomorrow. I probably won't go to church on Sunday, and then I'll probably go help Jona out on Tuesday for some music video filmmaking, probably. Alright, it's 6:43. This is what I got, $40. So this plus yesterday is $110. I know it's insane, but I gotta eat. Right, so gailang. I got soup. Never made this before, but hopefully it's good. Alright, I'm gonna eat this for tonight. Katsudon. Yes. Also, gyoza. This is croquette, also tonight. This too will be tonight. Hopefully that's enough calories. New soda. Fanta pineapple. Screw it, pork slices. I got the mango jelly dessert, I believe. And then this is the drink that I'm going to be finishing in 1 month, the lemon tea. And that is all, I believe. Oh, there's more. Right, starch. I really can't find pasta because why would I? So the only solution I got is 2 potatoes. That's it. That's it, folks. So time now is 7:26 p.m. Before I go and have my dinner. Oh my god, no response, not from anyone. I sent the email to my mom's colleague's friend's daughter, and I mean, I don't expect an email this fast, but I sent it, did it. Cristian is still not responding. And I know the last time he responded is 3 days ago, which is June 21st. I have no idea what the fuck am I gonna do now. It's June 24th, and I've done everything I could. I made the shot list. I haven't done the storyboard, but I don't think that's necessary really. If Tom's can ask me to hang out like this many times, even though the last time we hung out at the Century City Mall is kind of boring. It's not a very fun hangout, right? Fuck. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, man. I have less than 2 weeks. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. It's impossible. Alright, so Cindy's friends have arrived and they're using the outside room, so I'm gonna be eating here instead. So this is pork cutlet rice. And because that's probably not enough, I got myself some bacon, which is very hard to tear off, broccoli, and croquette. And that's my dinner. Let's go. Let's try this. We got 2 beans, right? We got some sauce, perhaps, but solidified. Or actually, I don't even know. And then we got some actual pork right here. So let's try this out. And I microwaved it for 2 minutes, even though I shouldn't, because these radishes are supposed to be cold, but then the rice should be hot. So I don't really know what to do. All right, well, let's do this. Oh, these are eggs. These are eggs. It's you know what? There's a great possibility that I'm gonna be filming it after I return to LA, because this is just like, this is impossible. This is actually impossible now. It's fucking stupid. I still don't know any of the actors. I still have no idea about the crew. I have literally nothing. There's literally nothing to be had. There's literally nothing. All right. So yeah, that's great. That's amazing. I love it when I have a lot to do and I'm super stressed out, but I can't do anything because nobody's responding to me. I've done my part and nobody's doing anything about it. I love it when that happens. That's amazing. I love it when shit like that happens. Let's go. This is why it took me such a long ass time to make Dreams of an Empty Street, because every time I finish a draft, I finish my rewrites, I have to wait for feedback. And every time I wait, the time between every wait is even longer than the time spent on working. Alright, quick update. Time now is 11:33. So I spoke to D during this dinner and asking him for the contact of a couple of people he knows. So I need actors, okay? I need actors who can speak Cantonese and English, and is preferably 50 to 60 years old. And that is incredibly difficult to find in LA. And they don't even need to be professional actors, right? So I asked D about it. D gave me a couple names. And then today I asked D for their numbers. D gave me their contacts. I texted them both, and both of them have just responded. Both of them. So one of them responded about half an hour ago asking me what it's all about. And I say, okay, I'm Enoch. I'm making a short film. I need this actor. I'm trying to be respectful because I've never even seen them. They're old and I don't want to offend them or anything, so I'm just trying to sound nice. I'm making a short film. It's gonna take place in the first week of July, and I need some actors. It's gonna be fine. This is just a 5-minute short film, easy peasy. Is it okay if you find someone, or maybe you yourself can act? Blah 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 blah. And one of them, the first one, said. He didn't say it, but his attitude is basically, okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Do you have script? Do you have more details? And I'm basically like Saul Goodman, because I'm trying to sell my script. I'm trying to say, okay, it's easy. First of all, it's filmed in Chinatown. You probably live near Chinatown, like 20 minutes of a drive. It's easy. Second of all, only for one day. Only for a few hours. only daytime, morning to afternoon. So nighttime, it's fine. It's over. It's over. Um,